What's up? Shane from Silverstein and River Oaks and Lead Singer Syndrome, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to our interview with Shane Told from Silverstein and River Oaks. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
It's been a while.
It's been like a year.
Yes.
To the day, apparently.
Apparently, the last Stay Warm Festival.
Mm-hmm.
We're very excited that it's come back.
Yeah, it's expanded,
Yeah.
you know? Last year was just one day, now it's 2 days, so.
I was pretty psyched about that, especially seeing that you're playing it both nights.
Well, that's the selfish reason that there's 2 days, because I couldn't do 2 sets on the same day. I'd be too tired. So I was like, well, we got to do 2 days now so I can put both my projects on the thing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the new project, River Oaks, we must
Yes.
discuss it.
We must.
We must. It's new to a lot of people, but not for you. It's actually been in the works for a little bit. You've been wanting to do this for a while.
Like
So,
a really long time.
A really long
like
time.
kind of an embarrassingly long time.
How
I
long?
probably talked about it. I remember a specific conversation I had about it with some people in like 2008.
Okay.
So, you know, basically Silverstein started in like 2000 and being the standalone singer in the band, I always missed playing guitar. You know, my guitar's my first love. So really wanted to do that again and just was so busy with Silverstein all the time, touring, writing songs. It was like one thing after another because, as people probably know, Silverstein, we don't take breaks. So finally I just said, well, I mean, I have to do this. I have to do it, and why not now? And just did it. Just said, whatever. Here's 3 songs. Here's a photo of myself on the cover. Like, just put it out there, because if you pour over it too much, then it just never happens. And that's what had been happening for like better part of like 5 or 6 years. So
With Silverstein being so busy, where did you find the time? Was it a lot of
I don't even know what I'm thinking. I had this new mentality at that point in my life, whenever it was that this sort of thing all started, and I also started a podcast, which at the same time pretty much. So I have all this stuff going on. I don't know. I just want to be overwhelmed. I don't know why I did that to myself, because literally now I don't have any free time, but at least I'm keeping myself busy.
How old are some of these tracks? Are most of them pretty new, or since it has been something you wanted to do for a while, did they date back?
It depends, really. Like, I've written a bunch of songs kind of over my life that I haven't used, and I tried to, with the 3 songs that are on the 7-inch, I tried to just pick 3 that I felt really great about and that sort of showed a range of the type of stuff that the project will be. So there's everything from like a kind of an acoustic mellow song to actually like a song that kind of has a big kind of heavy ending. So I wanted to have that dynamic over the 7-inch so that everything I do from now on will be in a range that people kind of expect. You know what I mean?
For the debut self-titled 7-inch, you pretty much did everything for it.
I did everything.
What was it like wearing all those different hats?
I'm not very good at drums. That was hard. A lot of takes.
That's something you discovered?
A lot of takes. Well, I just haven't played. Like, I used to play when I was a kid. I played even a few shows with some bands. Like, I could hold my own behind the kit. But then, just the chops, I guess, just the like physically like hitting the drums, like you can think what you're going to do, but then actually doing it, like the, whatever that's called.
Execution?
Like those skills were not very good. So it took me a while, and I was living in like an apartment, so I didn't actually have a drum kit. So I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I'll just like kind of think about what I'm going to do. And then I got in the studio. I was like, oh man, this is going to take some time. But I got it done and really enjoyed playing drums again. That was the hardest part. And of course, like guitar and all that stuff, I'm pretty competent. So.
Did you find it weird having the studio to yourself? What was the atmosphere like?
It's funny because, I worked with a producer, Jordan Valeria, who's done like most of the Silverstein records in the last 5 years. And it's always funny because like you're working on something and you come to a decision. So like, I'll be like, well, I don't know. What do you think, Jordan? He'll go, I don't know. And usually there's like
a bunch of other
4 other guys.
Too.
So like, what do you guys think? But when there isn't, then you just kind of sit there for 5 minutes going, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. So like, and now too, like even with the other shit that comes with being in a band, like what do you want the merch to look like? all that stuff. Well,
merch
that's
looks
my
wicked, by the
decision.
way.
So, well, I don't know. It was all me. So I
Done,
just,
Shane.
but it's like hard because you don't know. You just, well, I don't know. I think this is cool, I guess, but
Yeah.
there's no one to ask.
No other input.
So it can be like a little bit scary when if something fails, there's no one else to blame. There's no one to be like, well, we tried. It's like, well, I tried and it's my fuck
And
up,
it
you know?
sucks.
Yeah. So
We were talking about nerves before
Yeah.
the camera started rolling. Would you say that you're more nervous for
oh,
these solo things?
I'm fucking nervous. I'm nervous about the show right now.
Really?
I'm on in like in an hour.
Yeah,
I'm
very
super
soon.
nervous. And also like stupid me. The Silverstein set was last night, so I was like screaming my head off. Now I have to play pretty acoustic songs.
Yeah,
I needed to do
bringing
it
it
the
down
other
a
way
little.
around. So I'm like I hope I can get the notes out, but whatever.
You mentioned the podcast earlier, Lead Singer Syndrome podcast. Since last year when we spoke, you've had so many cool people on.
Yeah.
Is there anybody
yeah.
that you've had on the show where you didn't necessarily think, hey, I'll be able to chat with this guy or this girl?
Yeah, like it's weird. It always ends up working. And sometimes there's been a few people like publicists will like pitch someone to me, be like, you should interview this person, and I'll be like, I don't know, like, and I'll like think about it and then just be like, all right, I'll try to do it. So I'll do research, and then some of those are like the best ones.
Trust me, I know.
And it's weird, and because everybody has a unique story. And when you do more of a shorter format with this stuff, and my format's very, very long, so it's cool because you can get so in depth with people about what makes them tick, and after a while, like I find like 35, 40 minutes in is when the best things start to happen.
Yep.
So it's
gaining that trust, I feel, a lot of the time as well.
yeah. Well, that's another thing about me is that people kind of know they can't bullshit me because I'm a professional
You've been
singer
through
as
a lot
well.
of it,
So
yeah.
they can't, they can't, and all the time people are like, well, you know what it's like. You know how it is. And I'm like, well, yeah, I do. So I think that helps me. It makes it easier for me. And I try to be, honest and harsh and tell it like it is and be real. And most of the time I get that back.
Do you have a favorite question that you ask some of the
No, I
interviewees?
I don't ever ask the same questions.
Okay.
It's funny. I guess sometimes people do that and it like becomes a thing on like a show.
Yeah, like a signature question.
Yeah. No, I find that everyone is different, and I never really want it to be the same like that. So I don't know if I ever have one. Yeah.
Well, the name River Oaks comes from Oakville,
Yeah.
where you played a lot of shows growing up. So when you think back to one of the first gigs you ever did there, what comes to mind?
First first gig ever playing with my band when we were in high school. I remember we opened with Stone Temple Pilots' Plush.
Okay.
Cover of this song, yes. It's all downhill from there.
Was it really?
I don't know. We Oakville had such a great scene, and like it really did shape me and my personality and my music, my musical tastes and everything, because we had such diverse shows. And I listened to so much diverse music, and I think River Oaks being the community where I grew up, it's just kind of an ode to that, an ode to my childhood. So that's kind of the reason I picked the name, because without Oakville and the punk rock scene there and the hardcore scene there, like I wouldn't be who I am.
When it comes to the first show that you went to, what would that be?
Like a punk show or like a real
Just
a concert?
show in general, yeah.
Well, the first concert I ever went to was with my parents, Bruce Springsteen at the Sky Dome.
Nice.
It was in 4th grade. Oh, it was horrible.
Was it? Were you not a fan back then?
He kept
or just,
playing. He kept went
so
on and on
you
and
just
on.
wanted to go see.
And I didn't know the song. I think I knew the Born in the USA was like the only song I knew. And man, he just went on and on, and I fell asleep. And I was like, "This is the worst. Why? Like, this is the worst." And now it's funny because like I love Bruce Springsteen, But that was my first show.
And how about the first show you actually enjoyed and didn't sleep through?
I went to Metallica.
Nice.
A couple, maybe the next summer, because Metallica was like all I cared about for between the ages of maybe like 10 to 13, and and that was the best. I went with my sister, and she said, "You're gonna smell some things." At the show, it was at Molson Park,
Okay.
outdoor show. You're gonna smell some things, and just don't worry about it. Didn't really know what she meant.
Your sister's older and had a couple more shows under her belt.
Yeah, my sister's 7 years older than me.
Trying to warn you almost.
Yep.
Well, just to wrap things up, I want to bring it back to the fans. Any parting words?
Oh, just thanks for the support. I know I got a lot of things going on in my life with my projects, so if you guys want to check them out, the hard work I've been doing, we got riveroaksmusic.com, leadsingersyndrome.com, and of course silversteinmusic.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me again.
Thank you, Alicia.
It's my pleasure. And remember, to everyone viewing, you can visit us at musicblogger.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more with your favorite artists.
She's good at this.
Thank you. I try.
Like that thing do you have that just like nailed it?
I hope I nailed it.
Yeah, you nailed it. That's
wicked.
impressive.